if Bhishma trains them, he must teach all the strategies to both the Kauravas and Pandavas. Both of them must learn even more advanced and effective war strategies. When asked who teaches all the strategies, it is said to be Saradvan, the grandson of sage Gautama, who is his son, Kripacharya. Kripacharya teaches all the war strategies to both the Kauravas and Pandavas. They still need to qualify. They lack war skills. Bhishma's expectation is that they should become skilled in war strategies and weapon training. So, what does Bhishma do? When looking for the best, it is Dronacharya. Knowing the place where Dronacharya is, he sends someone with great respect to respectfully bring him to this Hastinapura. Now Dronacharya is on his way. Dronacharya has arrived. Bhishma, Kripacharya, and everyone else give him the appropriate respect as he is seated. Dronacharya is not an ordinary person. He is one who has received excellent and strong war training. If you ask who had Parashurama as a teacher, it is Dronacharya. Why did Dronacharya exactly learn all those weapon techniques from Parashurama back in those days? In this world, he learned weapon techniques in 7 days. There is no one else in this world except for a few. Dronacharya learned all kinds of various weapon techniques from Parashurama within 7 days. That is certainly why Bhishma wanted Dronacharya to teach them all the techniques again. Now they called him, made him sit on the seat, and honored him. It is his own. I am telling a message to Bhishma from the past. I will narrate an incident that happened in a lifetime. What incident, you ask? If you ask who the king of Panchala is, it is Drupada. He is not an ordinary person. The king of Panchala is Drupada. If you ask where this Drupada is, he is a very wealthy person. And Dronacharya is the best in weaponry techniques. He is the son of a great man. The sage Angirasa appeared in the pond, the son of the sage Bharadwaja. This sage Bharadwaja meets Menaka at the banks of the Ganges. After meeting Menaka, he really fell in love with her and was captivated by her. Through the love affair, a prince was born inside the Drona pot. That child is Dronacharya. Is that child Dronacharya? The father of the teacher is the sage Bharadwaja. Look, he belongs to the Panchala region. If you ask who the king is, he is a close friend of the man, Maharaja. The king of the Panchala region is Parikshit Maharaja. If you ask who his friend is, it is this sage Bharadwaja, that is, the father of Dronacharya. This great king, indeed, his son is Drupad. This Drupad as well. Dronacharya, who could be presented as the son of the sage, studied together in the Gurukula. Both are close friends. No, Drupad gave great respect. To whom does Dronacharya belong? He is a king. He is a royal prince. This one is a sage. He gave all the respect that could be given to kings to Dronacharya. During the time of studying in the Gurukula, he would always say, Drupad. After my father's time, this kingdom will come to me. My father, King Parikshit, after his time, this Panchala land will be in my hands. I will be the king of the Panchala land. Then I will give you Dronacharya, who can be presented as my friend, half of this kingdom. You should also come and stay. Giving him half the kingdom is the truth. You should also be a king. There should be no difference between you and me as kings. Dronacharya will always be there for me. Good things are good. Now King Pracheta's time is coming to an end. Dronacharya's friend, who is a royal prince, is ruling the Panchala land. Meanwhile, Dronacharya is present Although he indeed married a young woman for me, Beru married her and was a beautiful, strong child. What about Ashwatthama? But Dronacharya is at the peak of poverty. In 5 years, this child has struggled so much to grow. For 5 years, that child who doesn't know what happiness is has been in poverty with that family. At the peak of poverty, there is no way to even get milk. If we want to give milk to the child, there is no way to get milk. Well, our friend is now the king of the Panchala kingdom. Indeed, my friend went to Drupada's place to donate a cow to help alleviate hunger. He came and the king is seated on his throne. He came and said, "Do you recognize me? I am your friend. My family is severely suffering in poverty. You should please donate a cow to desperately alleviate my family's hunger. If I come to power, this rule will end. If it comes to my hands, I will divide half the kingdom and change the king, no matter how much I talk in the Gurukula." You said to give half the kingdom, but he didn't listen at all, Dronacharya. He said he would give a cow to alleviate hunger. To whom should I pay my respects? You have come here? I am saying in this assembly that I am your friend. How can I be your friend? Niranthan, I am a Kshatriya. What kind of friendship is there between you and me? How did you and I celebrate our friendship? You say this in front of everyone. Are you seeking glory, Dronacharya? Whether spoken or not, you and I are friends in the Gurukula. That was in the past. Dronacharya understood that there is no respect now. Understanding this, I will say that he has a pure word. During our time together, I never asked you. But after my father's time, when this Panchala kingdom comes under my control, I will give you half of the kingdom. I said you are the one. What I said is that you are the one. I won't ruin. Now the king must come here. I didn't come here with your people. I came to buy a cow. For that, why should I be humiliated like this, Bharani? You may change your words, but I will never change from the words I can say now. Listen to what I say. Your pride will perish, and the pride of your kingdom will perish. If you don't have the ego of being the king of this Panchala kingdom, you will give me the direct path. As you said in the Gurukula, I am going to take that. The time for that is approaching very soon. That's how, in a sudden and unexpected fit of anger, Dronacharya declared that he would definitely leave. While a friend is saying that he has insulted me without being a part of that friendship, Kripacharya, the Kauravas, and all the Pandavas came to Bhishma. He was not there. They stood around him. The Kauravas and Pandavas received blessings from Vishwar. Now Bhishma is introducing these Kauravas and Pandavas to Dronacharya. This is the teacher who will now teach you archery and war training. Everyone is falling at the feet of Kripacharya and worshipping him. Dronacharya taught all the skills to both the Kauravas and Pandavas without any bias. Both of them were supportive of the teacher. Even now, at present, there are numerous students in a class. Some are disciplined and quietly attentive in the classroom. It is natural for a teacher to have affection for a talented student who can study well. In that way, even though there were many, Dronacharya had an extraordinary affection for Arjuna. In archery, this Vijay, who is a skilled archer, considers himself as the best, like Rama. Such a great effort. In that study, there is immense dedication. Towards that skill, they say it is life itself. We see Arjuna who listened to archery. There is an extraordinary affection for that Arjuna. A dog goes to the Ganges river to bathe. Dronacharya went to bathe in the Ganges. A crocodile caught his legs. Now, Dronacharya's time has come at the mouth of the river. He called out to the Pandavas and Kauravas who were standing on the bank saying, "Father, protect me, as he crossed the water." Everyone was confused, not knowing what to do. Initially, they thought they wouldn't let go of the leg. But just like the Supreme Being, who indeed granted liberation to Gajendra that day, Arjuna thought the time had come to reveal the skill of the arrow. In his hand, as Dronacharya's legs got caught in the mouth of the river. That day, as soon as he called Gajendra, beautifully as the original source, the Lord ran and gave life to Gajendra. Oh, similarly, thinking that this is the life that can give life to Dronacharya, Arjuna now prepares to use the arrow. Dronacharya, who came through the path where the head was cut off, embraced Arjuna just like that. Day by day, the love he has for him is now continuously increasing. That's all. We have friendship between the two of us. If I were to say more, it would be very beautiful. Another time. His bow falls into the river. Arjuna carefully and beautifully retrieves it by using a weapon. And he must be seen giving it back to Dronacharya, thus securing his place in the teacher's heart again. Now, he explains all the techniques to them in a very beautiful manner. He explains the rules in a detailed manner very beautifully. After explaining all these technique exercises, he can immediately be in front of the palace. The battlefield is right there in the arena. One can see a magnificent scene unfolding. A magnificent scene is unfolding. If I were to say what the scene is, among the Kauravas and Pandavas, he has explained the techniques to them. In front of that magnificent palace, it should be grandly demonstrated in the battlefield, in front of the people. Now, kings have come from many countries. How many people from the nation came? Now, indeed, the time has truly come for both of them to beautifully demonstrate their remarkable skills. The Kauravas showcase their skills on one side. The Pandavas showcase their skills on the other side. In this, who is the one skilled in the mace? If asked who is skilled in the mace, it is Bhima and Duryodhana. Bhima is among the Pandavas. The Kauravas are Duryodhana. Now both of them are showcasing their mace fighting skills. Taking this wedding, both are standing against each other. Now, they showcase their skills. The arena was filled with astonishment. Such a ferocity. When two clouds clash, how does the sound come? It was like that sound. What happened to me? There has always been enmity among them in a certain period. There is intense hatred between Duryodhana and Bhima, and between Bhima and Duryodhana. This enmity has now come to light. If the fight is just a fight, there is no problem. If the training is just training, there is no problem. Now enmity is escalating. It seems like they must destroy each other in that training ground. In a little while, one will hit the other and kill him, and Ashwatthama runs in to separate them. They are fighting to such an extent. Next, Arjuna showcased his archery skills. There, all kinds of techniques are displayed. How to mount on a chariot, how to ride a horse and fight, how to mount an elephant and engage in battle. They demonstrate how to use the weapons of war and how to practice using those weapons. Now, who is the victor for the bow? It is Arjuna. Yes, he showcases all his beautiful skills. The arena is just like that. He sends an arrow. It heads towards its target. Next, he uses a more powerful weapon, sending it beforehand to diminish the opponent's strength and showcasing his own power to the world. He performed many skills. Now, right in that gathering, everyone possesses this quality. No, it is not something that can be easily taken away. He is present, at home. Who is not there? Many kings from various regions and the people of the land are all seated. Now, in that assembly, Kripacharya and Dronacharya have made a decision. Dronacharya is the one who has taught all the best weapon skills. It is Kripacharya who provided the initial education. Now, Kripacharya and Dronacharya are very actively listening in that assembly. Dronacharya proudly said, Is there anyone here who can match my student Arjuna? Can anyone match Arjuna's skills with the bow? Is there anyone present? He asked this in that gathering. It was silent. You all are holding incredible skills. If there is a warrior in this world who can match my student in archery for the second time, he can come forward to face him. There was no sound. For the third time, he made a call. If there is another warrior in this assembly who can match my student Arjuna, he can come forward. As soon as the call for Arjuna was made, Karna stood up and roared, saying, I am here.